Mate, go and tell the granddaddy of all Siamese carp there's plenty of free food out here. Cheers, pal.
Still no monster, but we kept on hauling with Dovey catching a brace of carp again with a combined weight of over 200 pounds.
Absolutely unreal.
Spooner then managed to hook into what seemed to be a stupidly big arapaima.
Don't go silly.
With the lake so used to the house pellet, along with the quantity of baiting, this means you have a chance of any number of species found at this lake at any time. And that's what's happened here.
I've just caught a 400-pound arapaima.
Well, look at that. Unbelievable. What a magical creature.
Mwah.
I then managed a team milestone.
Go on. Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Siamese carp, over 100 pounds, number 10. Honestly, in our wildest dreams, none of us expected the trip to go like this. We would have taken one each, but to have 10 of the things, it's beyond the joke now.
We had about 48 hours left of our Thailand adventure. We'd smashed a 100-pound Siamese target not once, but 10 times, with the biggest being 138 pounds. We now set our sights on a giant 150-pound plus, but we were exhausted. So if we were going to catch this beast from the Far East, I had a plan to build the boys up again, Thai style.
We had been beaten, we had been battered, and we still wanted more. We were here to train, to let off some steam and prepare ourselves for the championship rounds.
First up in the ring was our very own crouching tiger, hidden Spooner.
Do you know what? Spooner was a bit dangerous in there. I thought he was a bit soft before, but now I'm going to take the mick out of him anymore.
Unbelievable! I'm going down, son.
I feel pumped and ready to go. I was a bit better than that I thought I was going to be, and do you know what? Them carp don't stand a chance.
Next up in the ring, all the way from Ireland, Essex, is the notorious Colin McGregor.
I feel pumped now. I'm ready to go. I was weak earlier on playing in fish, but now I feel powerful.
Some say this man floats like a lead balloon, but stings like a butterfly. It's the one and only Muhammad Ali Hamidi.
Down a bit.
I'll tell you what, Ali, for a small guy, don't half pack a punch, but his legs, Bambi on ice, springs to mind.
He falls over every time.
It's high for him, isn't it? Drop
Siamese, that beast! We're coming for you!
We were now ready for anything, and with the biggest Siamese historically caught on a full moon, when the carp's favourite natural food, the bloodworm, become inactive by sinking deeper into the lake bed due to the increased light levels. The Siamese then search out harder, clear spots away from the bloodworm beds so as not to disturb them and ruin their reliable food source. This often means them eating more of the fisherman's food. And with only one day left, we had very little time to snare our target of 150 pounds. This stage of the moon phase could be vital to our success.
They're here and I'm ready. I've got a good feeling about today.
But the start of the day was different. There were no early bites like before, and for some reason, everyone's rods felt eerily silent.
So, Spooner decided to make a slight tactical change to see if he could force a bite.
I've had white hook baits on the entire time, and whilst it's been doing really well, I think I've put so much pellet into the swim that that's what the fish are looking for. So I've put a small piece of cork on to try and match the hatch if you like, mimic it. It slowly sinks, so as the carp wafts it up, hopefully as it turns around, my hook bait's still in prime position to hook one up. Let's find out.
And no sooner had Spooner's rig been out, it seemed to have done the trick as his rod ripped into action.
And by the way it's stripping line, this is surely a very big fish.
Disaster.
I think it's come off. Just had a bite out of the blue. Absolutely took so much line, felt like the most powerful thing I've hooked. Been cut off. Gutted.
Let's hope that's not the one that got away, you know, really the one.
Poor old Spooner, and with time running out, every fish counts if we were to hit our £150 target.
All the rods were back out and it was now a waiting game. But with the bites all dried up and the lake all quiet, it started to feel like our chance of that £150 plus dream was fading. But now the only signs of Siamese were over Spooner's spot, so our hopes laid in his hands.
Go on, Spoons.
It's been a really quiet day so far, but this little tweak I've made has turned that quiet day into a really hectic afternoon. If this continues, that big boy ain't far away.
Steady, Spoons. I've got a good feeling about this one. Take it nice and easy, brother.
This fish really means a lot. Don't actually care how big it is. If it's a Siamese and I land it, I'll really know that the difference I've made, just a tiny change to my hook bait, has made all the difference.
I want this to be a £150 Siamese, something to deserve it.
Cheers, mate. Going quite a lot of line quite quickly, and it's not too far out. I think we might get a glimpse in a minute.
Nope, I don't think so, Spooner. This carp has got another thing on its mind.
When they go, you just have to let them. Normally at this stage of a fight, I feel pretty tired. Now I've done Thai boxing training, I've got another 3 hours in me.
After a grueling 40 minutes, this beast was within touching distance and the pressure was now on. Another loss could be devastating.
You see it, Spoons?
Just a tiny flash then, I couldn't make out what it was. Whoa! That looks pretty big. That looks pretty big. She's in the net, get in! Yes! Yes! Get in! You're mine, yes! Yes! Yes!
You deserve that, boy. I tell you, that is massive!
Look at the size of that thing. Mate. I'm at loss for words, mate. That is ginormous.
Oh my lord. Oh my days.
Yeah, I really do.
Let's just get it.
Okay.
Sliding down.
Oh my days.
That's 1.5. Just over 1.52.
Jay, come here, someone tall.
It's about 153. It's about.
Mate, you're not beating the world record once. You got to obliterate it.
That moment when the fish got put onto the scales and I saw that needle roll past the £150 mark, I still can't believe it now. The thing was an absolute beast, but we'd done it. Team target achieved. Incredible.
Son, have it up!
We came here for a monster, and we've got the beast from the Far East. 153 pounds.
Oh my God! Lower it back in. You're an absolute hero, son.
We've all caught a lot of big fish this week. There was a tiny little lull this morning and we all gave up, but Spooner didn't. He made some changes and it ended up with him catching a 153-pound Siamese carp. And I mean it when I say this, I am more pleased for him to catch it than I would be for myself.
Do you know what, as fishing trips go, this race has pretty much, in fact, not even pretty much, it's definitely number one, and I don't think I will ever beat it. Amazing.
I have had an unreal week. It's been fantastic. To be honest, I had no expectations of coming here because there's no place like it, but oh my days.
I think if I'd got a bit of paper, started writing a story about how this trip would have gone, even if I was Roald Dahl, right, I could never have come up with this story. You know, I've been dreaming about this trip for so long. The boys will tell you, I haven't stopped thinking about it. But how it's turned out, honestly, you need to put it in a book, put it on the greatest shelf in the world. It's a top seller.
I've lost my glasses.